Welcome to the Lowcountry Revolutionaries, the podcast that dives deep into the heart of Charleston, South Carolina's vibrant entrepreneurial scene. I'm your host, Bill Vallot, founder of Veritas Exoscience, and each week we're spotlighting the boldest innovators from the Chucktown startup community. These are the visionaries pouring their heart and soul into the businesses that are transferring Charleston into a global hub of creativity and American ingenuity. Get ready for raw, real conversations with the trailblazers shaping our city's future. Let's dive in. I would like to welcome back Dean Martin. Dean is the fundraising manager for the Charleston chapter of Sleep in Heavenly Peace. SHP makes sure no kids sleep on the floor in our town. Welcome back, Dean. How you doing?
Thank you, Bill. Thank you for inviting me back.
Well, I think you've got a lot of things going on. We talked a little bit before we started here, so hit me with some of the numbers. You guys have been knocking out of the park as far as building beds for the chapter and for this year.
Yes. Recently, we just built and delivered our 800 bed all-time for a chapter. And a week after, we delivered our 200th bed for the calendar year.
Wow.
And to put that into proper perspective, in 2025, we built and delivered 237 beds. So currently we're on pace to build and deliver 350 to 375 beds.
Yeah, that's just amazing. You guys are really doing great stuff, and you've got a lot of great volunteers that are helping you out. Me and my family came and volunteered at one of the bed builds. It was a great time. It was super fun. Not too hard and not too hot, even though it was during the summer here. So I would recommend it to anybody.
Thank you. I agree. It is an environment to have your family come and assist those children in need. 2 to 3% of the children in the community, they're either sleeping on the floor, on an air mattress, sharing their bed with a sibling, or they're sleeping on the couch.
Wow. That's just amazing that we even have that in this area. But, thanks to organizations like yourselves, you're changing the world for those kids.
We really are. And one of the things I love about our organization is the relationships that we are making, not only with the volunteers, but with the outreach programs that we go speak to. Charleston and the Tri-County area just has amazing individuals and just a lot of great people who are interested in our cause.
Right, exactly. And I know you guys have like some really big stuff coming up here soon. You've got a partnership with Lowe's, I believe, and so there's going to be a big bed build here very soon, right?
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. The Charleston chapter was one of 40 chapters selected across America by Lowe's to host Beds Across America on September 12th. The Dorchester Road location is where we're going to have our bed build on September 12th. It's located at 9600 Dorchester Road. It is going to start at 8:30.
Nice.
And by the time the people listen to this podcast, there will be a volunteer sign-up link underneath the video.
Nice. Yes, and I would encourage everybody to come and sign up. You don't need really any experience as far as working power tools or anything. Anybody can do it. My son, who's 15, can do it easily. So don't feel intimidated by any of the things about building stuff. There's plenty of work for everybody to do.
It really is. And if the individuals that are interested in volunteering, if you want to bring bedding to the bed build,
right,
we're gonna have a bed bin collection drop off, and that is one of our greatest needs right now. We are low on twin size bedding, pillows, and comforters.
Nice. Yeah, so that would be a huge help because when you guys deliver a bed, just to kind of give people a picture, it's not just the wood frame, bring it in the house and you're done. You deliver a full bed. It's got the mattress, it's got the bed sheets, it's got a pillow, it's got a comforter, it's got everything. It's ready to go. There's no extra stuff that the family needs to do, right?
That is correct. We provide everything from the mattress pad protector, the sheets, the pillows, comforters. And one of the things I love is the women's sewing ministry from Coastal Community Church.
Nice.
They make these twin size quilted blankets.
Yeah.
Kind of like as like keepsake and a memento. And we are actually in partnership now with the Cobblestone Quilters Guild,
Nice.
and they are making pillowcases. And I want to give a shout out to Dawn, who is one of our core group volunteers now. She handmade 40 pillowcases for the children, and they are absolutely beautiful. So a big shout out to Don. Thank you very much. Those pillowcases are amazing.
That's amazing. The fact that we've got like so many talented people in the low country area. If somebody out there, do you make bed sheets? Do you make pillows? Do you make comforters? And you want to give back and help the kids out? I'm sure Dean and SHP would love to talk to you.
Exactly. We are excited about the relationships that we have made since our very first podcast, being introduced to other nonprofit organizations, and everyone is just excited about our local chapter. And I have to reiterate, it's at no cost to the parent.
Right.
They just have to go to shpbeds.org/Charleston and apply for a bed.
Nice.
And we serve the Tri-County area. We're doing the best we can with the resources that we get. So if someone who is listening, who owns a business, if you guys want to sponsor beds, a bed costs $250. If you want to sponsor a bed build, we can come on site, or we can hold the bed build behind Coastal Community Church. It's just an incredible organization that we have.
Right. And you guys it's really a nationwide organization. And we had an episode early on with Luke, who's the founder of the organization, and it's a 501c3 organization. So for any businesses out there, you're giving to a nonprofit, so that helps you, that helps the organization, and it helps the community. So I think that's something, we have a lot of businesses around the area. Maybe they're looking for some way to give back. This is a good way to really help your community and help the people around you.
It is. I would like to get more schools involved.
Right.
Either the Dorchester School District or the Charleston County School District. But also to partnership up with them and identify the students that are in need.
Right. Well, and there's a lot of schools around that may have students that are in like shop classes and stuff. I assume they still have shop classes like they did when we were growing up. If they want to come out and try out some of their skills and help build the beds, come on. I mean, that would be awesome too.
That would be amazing. I would highly encourage any class to come out. When I attended my very first bed build in Frederick, Maryland, there was a senior class that had to complete community service hours in order to graduate.
Right.
And they came out. There was this one class, must have been 25 kids that came out, and they sanded. And as I can attest. Um, it gets really dusty when you're sanding 50 beds of lumber.
It
So,
does, but it's funny. It's like I've done sanding, seems like my whole life sometimes. But it goes so easy because there's so many other people there, and you're kind of talking, and you're just kind of hanging out, and it's a good kind of community feeling. So it's not as it's not like when you're alone in the garage and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got this giant pile I've got to go through. It's a little bit different experience than that.
it is. So our bed build event on September 12th starts at 8:30, and we should be completed by 11:30.
Right.
It doesn't take that long, especially if you have a lot of volunteers. The process goes really quick. It gives you a wonderful sense of satisfaction knowing that in a few weeks, all these beds are going to be in homes for the children who are in need.
Right. And you guys do the deliveries. You have your volunteers do deliveries of the beds to the homes. Usually, do you guys go like during the day, toward the evening? When do you usually do the bed deliveries?
We have bed deliveries on Wednesday mornings,
Okay.
and we also have bed deliveries on Wednesday evenings and on Saturday mornings.
Oh, nice.
And it really depends on the mother's schedule
Right.
that really dictates like when we deliver. There are some moms that work evenings, and so we deliver during the daytime, or vice versa. They're working during the daytime and we deliver in the evenings. And it's just amazing the relationships I have made with all the volunteers. They've turned out to be some of my best friends here in Summerville.
That's great. That is great. Yeah, it's really, from my experience, it was a great experience to kind of meet everybody, see all the people trying to get together and help others in the community. So again, I would just encourage people, if you're thinking about it, give it a try. And we'll have on this podcast episode in the description, we'll have a place where you can sign up. But you can always reach out to Dean or anybody at SHP in Charleston and find out how you can help out.
My email address is dean.martin@shpbeds.org. My phone number is 802-922-5175. If you're interested, come see us, reach out to me. It is just an amazing experience. I can't describe it, but once you're there at a bed build, you catch the magic and you appreciate what we're doing for the kids.
Right, exactly. And you work with a lot of different organizations in the community. So you were telling me a little bit. You're doing stuff with VFW and AACP and probably some others. Tell me some more about that.
Yes. Well, first, I have to reach out and give thanks to Adopt a Community Program, AACP, Sylvia and Jennifer Trudeau. They're just amazing people. They have organized a coalition of nonprofit organizations. And over a month ago, we had a monthly meeting, and I presented a speech and everything. And after that, they had another monthly meeting, which you attended.
Right.
And you network and you meet so many people. And the snowball effect of networking and being aligned with like-minded people that gives you the support and the opportunity to present your organization is truly amazing. On August 22nd, I'm going to be speaking to the VFW District 1 here in Summerville. Nice. They have a training session, and we are in negotiations to have a bed bin drop-off point at the VFW, and I'm hoping that we can rotate once a month to all the VFW post for the auxiliary and where the public can come in and drop off the linen and the comforters and everything.
Right, right. That would be amazing because I know there's several VFWs around the area, so that would be a nice point to be able to drop off stuff. So I hope that works out.
I believe I've had favorable input from our Summerville post commander, Brian Jacobson.
Right,
The auxiliary is excited to help us. But those are the relationships that you have developed over time.
right.
And so another big event will be next April. We will have a bed build with the Rotary Club here in the Lowcountry, which will be held at the Hilton Garden Inn. And the Rotary has really been supportive and helping us organize this April bed build.
Right. That's great. That's really amazing. So I know also, like, you guys, not only besides bed sheets, pillows, and comforters, you're looking for warehouse space for storage of materials and probably beds and stuff like that. Any place in the area is good, or is there better areas for you guys to get access to?
Ideally, West Ashley
Okay.
or North Charleston would be our favorable locations.
Mm-hmm.
Any place really from Summerville down to West Ashley. We are looking for warehouse space up to about 2,500 square feet.
Okay.
If a business can share, 1,000 or 2,000 square feet, it's to hold our inventory of headboards, railings, our mattresses and everything. And that is our greatest need right now is to find a warehouse location.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And, you guys are on pace to build probably 300 or so beds this year. I mean, everything's going good. Do you still, obviously, I think you still need more volunteers. Would you like to hit 400 this year? Would that be like amazing?
We would love to hit 400. Right now we're on pace at 350 to 375. There is a desire by a few of the volunteers to hit 400 beds.
Right.
But with that growth, you also need to have more volunteers because you can't count on the same volunteers all the time because eventually they'll get burned out.
Right.
And so some of our most energetic volunteers have been the ones in the past 3 or 4 months from Summerville Baptist Church.
Oh, nice.
From the Cobblestone Quilters Guild and some other organizations. And it's been a fun year.
That's great.
And it's those relationships that really makes it really fun.
That is great. I mean, you guys are doing like amazing stuff. I'm really looking forward to this big bed build on September 12th. And, I still keep threatening Dean. It's like, I'm going to go to one of the bed delivery things. We got to make it line up with some of the stuff going on in my life as far as my timing, but I'm going to try to get to one of those. So see if I can help out.
Now that we know that Wednesday evenings are the best nights for you to deliver, we will set this up. Everything since you had that podcast with Luke, everything that Luke has said and how wonderful the volunteers are. And there are over 400 chapters across the country and in Canada.
Right.
But you have met all the volunteers at that bed build. We have a wonderful chapter president. We have a great chapter vice president. Our core group members, Terrell, Pat, Dennis, Steve, and countless others. We just, it's fun. but when you get to see the end product when you deliver that bed,
Right.
and I liken it to being Santa Claus on Christmas morning when you deliver a toy to a child and they just have this huge smile. There's nothing that compares to making a child happy.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So, I was just sort of wondering also, it's like, do you guys do anything with any of the local governments, whether it's county or city in the area? Are they involved at all, or is there an opportunity for them to get involved with this in some way?
Yes. So Congresswoman Nancy Mace's office,
Hmm.
um, her director here in the Low Country is Noah Longest. He has been amazing,
Great.
sending us emails to grants that we may or may not be eligible for. So they have been supportive. I have reached out to the Charleston mayor's office.
Hmm.
They were looking for warehouse space for us. Um, I will be making an attempt to contact the North Charleston mayor's office,
Right.
and at this point, I'm knocking on doors and we're trying to figure out if someone can help us.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I am hoping that through the podcast and some of our outreach, we can find somebody who's got some warehouse space for you guys and some more volunteers and some more bedding and some more comforters and some more pillows. So you guys will have more stuff than you know what to do with. A quality problem.
That would be a fantastic problem. And lastly, I appreciate the friendship that we have developed.
Right.
Besides just the podcast, it was so much fun to meet your wife and to interact with your son. He really did enjoy the bed build,
Yeah, he did.
and the attention that you have brought to Sleep in Heavenly Peace here in Charleston is not a coincidence. From On behalf of all of the volunteers of Sleep in Heavenly Peace, we thank you.
Oh, that's no problem. I'm happy to help. I love helping organizations like yourselves. I really appreciate the friendships we've made. And, it's just really, it feels good to be able to help out in a little way, just doing, a little podcast episode here and there to help out because, in some small way, it helps kids get beds. So I'm totally down with that.
Yes, thank you.
So I have to ask now, the famous or infamous question now. So, what advice do you have for others out there in the Low Country area? And it could be. And what advice do you have as far as like doing nonprofit work? What advice do you have for volunteering in general? Or anything that fits with where you are right now.
From what I've learned in the past few months is be bold. Don't be afraid to ask for what you really need.
Nice.
If you have a nonprofit organization, reach out to adopt a community program. I don't have Sylvia's number, but I believe you have the contact information.
I have their contact information. Yes, indeed.
Become involved with AACP. There is such an amazing group that offers support and grant writing. Just be able to talk about your organization, and don't be afraid of knocking on doors.
Right.
The worst thing an organization or a business can say is, "No, thank you, we're not interested." And that's okay. It doesn't fit everyone's, situation.
Right.
But you will find people that will be interested in your cause, and you just keep plugging away.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, the right fit will come, and you guys are doing just amazing. God's work and helping kids and really the whole family across the community. So I think you're heading in a good direction, and I'm looking forward to see others get involved with the SHP.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you again today, Dean. Come back on again. We can, do another update, especially if you hit 400 beds. We want to tell everybody about that. I think that's a big stretch, but you never know what could happen.
We might be on pace. We have a couple of speaking engagements coming up. So I believe we have an outside chance. It's not unrealistic, but we would love to have another company or organization that could sponsor a 20 or a 30 bed build.
Nice. Well, and I will give you another idea to think about for the future. If you ever have a family that would be interested in, relating their experience and how things have changed their lives, I'd be happy to host them for an episode. We could figure out how to do that in whatever way fits them, whether they need to be anonymous or whatever. So I'll throw that out there for you also to think about. So thank you very much for all of this, really.
Thank you very much. I believe I have a mother that would love to talk to you about sleep in heavenly peace.
Oh, I'm sure everybody would love to hear that because, seeing how the differences are really made and what really happens after the bed gets delivered and how it changes things, that really resonates with everybody, I think.
Yes. We delivered 3 beds. Well, actually, we delivered 1 bed to this mother about 3 weeks ago, and she was a DSS referral. Mm-hmm. She had custody of her grandson, and as we were delivering the bed for her 3-year-old grandson, we walked by one of the other bedrooms, and she had 3 other children that were sleeping on air mattresses.
Oh, wow.
And I went to the other volunteers to say, guys, can you assemble this bed? And I went to talk to the mom. And I had the mom sign up to get 3 more beds.
Good.
We talked to the chapter vice president, and we were back there the very next week with 3 other beds for her 3 other children.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome.
And she was so appreciative. When you see a mom that's got tears coming down her face, it's very moving.
Yes, it is. And I really, I can't thank you guys enough for all the things you're doing. You're doing amazing things, and I hope others want to get involved and help out across the community. So thank you so much, Dean. It's been a pleasure.
Bill, I look forward to seeing you on September 12th.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Lowcountry Revolutionaries. Thanks for joining us as we celebrate the fearless entrepreneurs making wave in Charleston's Chucktown Startups community. I'm Bill Bellot, and it's been an honor to share these inspiring stories with you. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs a spark of Lowcountry innovation. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.